To be honest, I really believe that Andrew Jacked is the future of bodybuilding. I think he's going to win. Shoot, I think he might break the Mr. Olympia record and win more than anybody else. But this isn't the future. This is the present. And not only is Andrew jacked, but Steve Kuclo and Martin Fitzwater got jacked. Boom! Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Man, you know what? I agree with my buddy, Nick Trigilli, that Andrew Jacked is the real deal. I've never seen anybody since Phil Heath, the gift. I was at Weider when Phil Heath came on the scene at Flex and Muscle and Fitness. And when Phil Heath came on the scene, man, it was a beautiful day for bodybuilding. We knew he would be the guy. And he ended up being just that, the man. Andrew Jacked, whatever, you see all these big hypes like that one, what's his name? That one big white dude from another country, the really small head. I forgot his name. But he's big deal, right? He's meeting with Weinberger and he switched over to the IFBB. It was a big deal. And maybe one day I'll remember his name, but it's, whatever. So anyway, this isn't about him. So forgive me for not remembering his name for this video. Okay. And then, you go way back and you had Fedorov, who was supposed to beat Ronnie, that Russian guy. I know. Will I get demonetized for even saying the word Russia in this video now? Geez, okay, let's pretend he's Ukrainian for a second. So you had that guy. Every friggin' year there's the next thing. Desmond Miller back in the day with the biggest legs I've ever seen in the NPC. Won his pro card, quit training legs for a year, and really did nothing with that pro card. Richard Jones, who actually did really well, qualified, was the next Sean Ray, and ended up actually quitting it and becoming a sheriff's deputy. Geez whiz, right? It comes every day. But Andrew Jacked came on the scene, tore up an NPC show, won his pro card, and then wins a pro show. Now, all of that should have happened. And again, I want to preface this that I have judged over 50 bodybuilding shows, and nothing is like sitting at the judge's table. This is based on looking at multiple pictures because I wanted to see. Honestly, I'm friends with Steve Kuclo for the record, so I do have a little bit of bias, but I will call when he doesn't win. This Fitzwater guy, to be the Martian, I honestly did not really know much about him, but boy, did he come in condition. And looking at what I saw in pictures, again, the judges got it right because they're the only ones who sat at the judges' table. But in my opinion, I think that the judging, based on the pictures I saw, might have allegedly, coincidentally, or I don't know the word to protect my ass from offending anybody in the IFBB, because I love those guys. I think they're amazing, and I'm friends with most of the. I love the judges. I love them all. But sometimes when we want something to happen, we kind of force it, right? Like if we really want a result, like let's say we go to the store and we really want to like this brand of clothing. Let's say Lulu, which I love Lulu, by the way. I go in there and I'm like, somebody tells me Lulu has the best pants. And I go in there and I try on these pants and I'm like, they're not the best pants, but everybody said they're the best pants. So yeah, okay, they're the best pants. Or you go into a pizza place, Chicago deep dish pizza, and you go in there. I had this happen with, but I honestly didn't like it. Pequod's Pizza, which I thought everybody's like, oh, it's the best, it's the best. I went there and it sucked. They burnt the crust and the toppings were weak. And I'm like, initially, I'm like, this is amazing. And then after a few bites, I'm like, this is not amazing. So you have these preconceived notions of what things should be. So everybody all over social media, Weinberger, everybody, Flex Lewis is like, Andrew Jacked will win the pro show. And I even mentioned him in the mix for the Olympia, because I never saw him next to another bodybuilder. Alone, Andrew Jacked is, wow. And in 2 years, I predict Andrew Jacked will start his Olympia winning streak. If not 1 year, right? This year is not his year. And I even think he got a gift. he got a gift at the Texas. I think he got a gift. And here's why. Look, man, I understand that bodybuilding is about more than conditioning. I understand it's about more than hamstring sweep. I understand it's about more than legs. I understand it's about the total package. And boy, does that man have a beautiful body. It's perfect. But he was lacking in more areas than he was benefited in. I think he lost in a few poses. And I thought Martin Fitzwater actually brought the most detailed condition and impressive physique that day. But I actually have him in third. Actually, I have him in second. My bad. I have him in second. So here's my opinion on the judging of that show. Andrew Jacked deserved third place. Here's why. Now, he still has a lot of time. His hamstrings were not there. They were not in the shape or condition or size that he was standing next to. Alone, his hamstrings look great. But Fitzwater and Kuclo, in my opinion, based on pictures, not based on being the judges table, the judges got it right because the judges were sitting at the judges table. This is just fodder for discussion, guys. At the end of the day, Kuclo came in, and the reason I have Fitzwater second and Kuclo winning is Fitzwater came in just amazingly peeled, shredded in amazing condition. But then you come into size. You know, Kuclo and Jacked are both about 7'4". So standing next to Fitzwater, it was just like he got overshadowed. And if Fitzwater had a Lee Priest or a Flex Lewis, compact, just stupid muscular physique, I'm going to go with more of a Lee Priest, right? I just don't think he was holding his own against the sheer mass on that stage. So then it becomes a sheer mass and conditioning showdown. Now, Andrew Jacked, blessed with a better structure, blessed with a tighter midsection, but here's where it falls apart. Kuclo completely destroyed him from the back, in my honest opinion, based on pictures, not based on the judges table. And as far as conditioning is concerned, Kuclo had striated glutes from ass crack to ass hole to ass cheek, out to his abductors. The guy was diced. Came in, brought it, one of the best Kuclo packages we've ever seen, and was toe-to-toe, if not bigger, than Andrew Jacked. Where Andrew Jacked won was size, shape, and symmetry. Where he lost was probably overall muscularity. Again, it's hard to tell from pictures. Definitely conditioning, and he lost in some key body parts. And in fact, a whole plane of his body, his posterior. So this is just for discussion. And I want to just state that I've seen Kuclo get screwed on the stage based on pictures, not based on what the judges see, which is always correct. Disclaimer. In my opinion, I think Kuclo's won a few shows that he's got second or third in, which is fine. It's part of the game. Look, here's the deal. Like, if you bodybuild and you get mad at your placing and you think, and then you better find a new sport. It's a subjective sport, right? Like, you're not scoring baskets. You're not scoring touchdowns. You're not hitting home runs. What you're doing is you're posing, and someone, and a panel of, let's say, 5 people are like, I think this guy looks better. I think that guy looks better. And there are judging criteria to how these bodybuilders should look, as we talked about, God rest his soul, with Jerry Ward on this channel. But at the end of the day, like, you're looking at opinion. Like, I, as a judge, I know that I am biased towards conditioning. So I know that. So I'm usually on a panel with judges. I haven't judged in 3 years, right? I know that usually on the panel are people who like more size. I know that when I'm on stage, I know that if I'm competing in the state of Tennessee, I know that, for example, Alan Sizemore, because, you know, when he's judging or head judging, or, you know, I know that, you know, usually he's going to err on the side of conditioning because he likes conditioning. He competed with conditioning. But then I know that Kelly, who's sitting next to him, might be like, wow, that guy's big and impressive. But both of them, when someone gets completely outsized, if you have 120, let's say you have a guy who's tall and has epic conditioning versus a guy who's slightly less conditioned but has better shape, size, symmetry, and musculature, they're both going to give it to that guy, right? Like, but when it's close, you have to look at what they're looking at. And I understand why Andrew Jacked won, But I do think that there were some confirmation bias because everybody expected this wonderful, insane future of bodybuilding. Phil Heath came in, won his pro card in like a day, right? Like out of nowhere, he's a pro. And that's what I think they forced upon Andrew Jack, whether it was subliminal, whether it was subconscious or conscious. But nonetheless, he won. And now it begins. Here's my prediction for Andrew Jack. He's the future of the IFBB. Andrew Jack, if he sticks to it, if he doesn't get injured, if he doesn't tear anything, if he stays smart, if he doesn't go too insulin happy and blow up his gut, if he doesn't play the size game and distort his amazing proportions, we might see the winningest Mr. Olympia since Phil Heath. And I mean that. But to take Phil Heath's name, this show for Andrew Jack was a gift. And Steve Kuclo and Martin Fitzwater got jacked from winning the show. What are your thoughts? It's my thoughts. Based on incomplete information, because again, the only people who got the judges' view were the judges. But this is a fitness channel that goes over anything from 10,000 steps a day to change of direction in athletes. And as an IFBB pro, yes, I will maintain my IFBB pro card. You want to know why? I heard the Masters Olympia is coming back. And if you're 45 years old, you can enter it. I'm retired for now, man, but even Michael Jordan came back and played for the Wizards. So never, ever, ever count out the old dog, but I got some shit to do right now. Update on me in case you're wondering, in case you don't know who I am. Bodybuilding didn't make me sick, guys. I didn't get rhabdo from bodybuilding. I got rhabdo from traveling to California every week during an acquisition of one of my companies. And the systemic stress combined with managing multiple businesses and the due diligence process and coaching. Now I'm reffing soccer and I'm doing so many things. I'm coaching wrestling in a couple months. I ain't got no time for competing. And in the next foreseeable future, 2-3 years, I won't. But I'm 42 in November, and in 3 years, I'll be 45. So the itch is not scratched completely. And for now, I'm permanently retired. But I'll tell you what, once they made that Masters Olympia, man, it made this old man pretty friggin' happy. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Please comment down below. I love everybody here, man. If you're not subscribed to this channel, click on the notification bell and comment down below. What do you think? I want you to comment. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner. That's not a game. I used to have to go through dozens of bottles of vitamins, of supplements just to get what I need. Look, I'm busy. I'm running multiple businesses. I'm coaching. I'm a professional bodybuilder getting ready for my first pro show. I don't have time to sit there and do all that. I gotta go. I'm on the go all the time. That is why I created MTS Nutrition Immortal. Here's how they look. This replaces dozens of bottles of supplements. And let me tell you exactly what this has. It has probiotics, greens, liver detox, joint support, cardiovascular support, and the most complete multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement ever created. If you have a busy life or you simply want more time to do the things you love and be able to travel by just taking one simple little pack with you, Immortal's for you.